Good morning, everyone. My name is Amy Ferreira. Thank you so much for joining me today in the CIS demo, which is geared towards excavation and site work contractors. Just to give you a little bit of information about how we get our projects, excuse me, because I think it's important to understand, especially if you're using another service, they provide national coverage. And our niche at CIS is that we are a locally focused lead service. So not only are we based literally in your backyard, we've been in business for 32 years and in an office in North Jersey. And what we are doing is hunting down all the local project information. So on the private side, we are going directly to planning boards because we are chasing private new construction. So if you're going to build something, you have to get approvals to the planning boards. In New York City, the Department of Building, City Planning Commission, all the same premise. Once we find out what people are building, then we're going to the owners, developers, architects, engineers on the project and following it every step of the way until it's been completed. And when we find out who the general contractor is, we're adding that information as well. So we are chasing commercial buildings that are 5,000 square feet and larger, residential, 10 or more units. We also cover everything that's being bid publicly. And for those projects, a lot of them are still being posted in newspapers by owners and engineers. So in our territory, in our, all local reporters are literally hunting down projects through newspapers, through websites. We get all of the newspapers in all of our territories. We're going to bid openings to get our bid results. We're going to owners and engineers to get our information. So for this demo today, we are actually looking at three different territories. We've got Northern New Jersey, we've got Lower Hudson, which is Orange, Rockland, and Westchester, as well as New York City. This demo is really meant to be like a preview to just give you some insight to CIS. Maybe you've been wanting to take a look and haven't had a chance. So really the purpose is to just show you our information, pretty quickly, and really to do a one-on-one demo so that we can we can tailor it to your needs and exactly what you're looking for. Because although you might do site work and excavation, you might do other things as well. So there are a few reports that I already have set up, for time constraints. So I'm going to start with the North Jersey report, which is basically looking at the public projects that are currently out to bid. We also have bid results. Just to quickly want to show you the words that we use to find these specific projects. So every project that we look at is going to have at least one of these words, one of these keywords, either in the title or in the project itself. Again, excuse me, we can do a custom report and we can add whatever other words that you would be interested in. So right now there are 98 projects currently out to bid. Put everything on one page. And basically it's listed in bid date order. So these are the projects that are bidding today and so forth. But just to kind of give you an idea, if I just scroll through the projects, exactly what's out there. So it's going to be a bunch of road work that's going to have site or excavation. Excuse me, there's, paving, there's, park projects listed in here. Excuse me, this morning. Let's see, we have sidewalk. Let's see, I am going to take a look at, let's take a look at this one, Darlington Lake Dam. This is with the Bergen County purchasing owner. So this is what your public format looks like. This job is bidding on September 7th at 12 o'clock. Who the owner is, the documents. So in this case, we're going to give you the link that will take you to the documents. Sometimes we're going to tell you where you need to get them. We don't house the plans and specs, but we will always tell you where to get them or give you a link to get to them. And here are your quantities on this project, as well as your keywords that we use that are being highlighted. So we've got soil erosion, site demo, clearing, excavation. So this is very specific, 912 cubic yards of excavation unclassified, 1,510 cubic yards used for an embankment. And then, we also have the word soil in here. So our clients absolutely love the quantities because before you even have to decide if you're going to pick up plans on a project or reach out to a GC, if you're going to bid as a sub, you know exactly what's in this project. Unfortunately, this is one of the owners that doesn't release plan holders. I'm sure you guys know out there that there are plenty of those owners. Even if we send a reporter physically to their office, they still won't, give us that information. However, as a CIS client, you can add yourself as a plan holder if you're holding plans and you would like subs to know about that. And then quickly, I'm just going to click on a bid result. These are projects that bid yesterday and prior to that. So let's see what we have. Let's take a look at this one in South Brunswick. This is multiple contracts. So Bellagio stormwater improvements. If we scroll down, again, here's the quantities on this particular project. And here is your bidder, Crossroads Paving. So if we click on them, this is giving you their information, their low bids, their other bids. So this is showing you in the last 3 years how many projects they have been low bid on. So this one from yesterday, as well as, all the rest of these. And when you're looking at these low bids, it gives you an idea of where they are in their bidding. So this gives you insight to contractors. So they were low at 306, DeCaro at 334, all the way down to Montana at 543. So especially if it's a contractor that you're not familiar with, this is really good information to decide if this is somebody that you want to work with. Their other bids are 249. So they bid well over 300 projects in the last 3 years. This is showing you, okay, they didn't get this project, but now you know who did, which was P&A Construction. And here's Crossroads in here. So, and you can get from one project to a next, you can get from one contractor to a next to another. So if you're interested, you can track contractors by clicking this circle right here. And now you're tracking them. Anytime that they pick up plans or place a bid, automatically it will let you know. All right, so let's move on to the next, go back to the desktop. Now we're going to take a look at projects in Lower Hudson. So there are 20 projects currently out to bid. So let's see, what do we have here? We've got, again, a mixture of Orange, Rockland, and Westchester. So let's see, what do we have here? Let's take a look at this one in Elmsford, White Plains Ave Playground Improvements. So this is with the Village of Elmsford. You can click on, the BidNet direct link to get to those projects. Bids are submitted on BidNet or by hard copy. Email bids are not accepted. The bid will be held publicly and, read aloud because sometimes they're still being held virtually. Your work included in this. Here's a description. There's, rock excavation site features. So all this information is listed, as well as, the quantities again. So there's unclassified excavation, rock excavation, test pit excavation. There's erosion. That was one of the words that we used, as well as topsoil. And again, same issue with owner not releasing plan holders. All right, let's go to the next one, which is now our New York City excavation and site work project. So again, as many as we can on one page. And again, you're just looking at titles of projects to decide what you want to get involved with. You can see underneath the projects exactly who the owner is. This is obviously going to be, the major agencies. Let's take a look at this one, Russell Peterson Playground Reconstruction. So this is a Parks and Rec project bidding on September 7th at 10:30. Again, your documents, this is the passport system that Parks and Rec uses. If you have any questions, this is who you're reaching out to. The documents are free. This does have a WBE and an MBE goal requirement. So this bid opening will be held virtually. So, everyone is different. So it's important to always take a look at all the information having to do with the bid. Here again are the quantities on this project. So you can see that a lot of the projects, whether they're in New Jersey or New York, are going to have those quantities. Again, our clients love it. It saves a ton of time. It even saves money if if you have to pay for documents. And it just saves you time from having to reach out to various companies to get involved with the project before you even know if it's a good fit. And it's going to give you everything. So even if you were to bid this project as a prime contractor and do everything else in there, this is letting you know everything that's part of this job. So, even down to the plants that need to be planted. And then in this case, it does say owner won't release, but guess what? We have the owners, the plan holders anyway. So we've gotten them either from the engineer or we've gotten them because our clients have added themselves. And you can do the same thing with any of these contractors that we did before. We click on Dragonetti Brothers, it's going to give you their company profile. And by the way, every company has a profile. So this is what theirs looks like. It's telling you what they do, their qualifications, any of their contacts, their other categories, how you're going to contact them. This email you can send directly through our website the very first time. Here's their website. And again, what they're holding plans on, what their low bids have been in the last 3 years, what their other bids have been, and then you have the option to track them. So if you are interested in this project, you can track it. So if you come up here, oops, to the very top, you can track this project. Looks like we're already doing that. And you also have the ability to add yourself as interested. So this is going to be, if you are a subcontractor and you want other CIS clients to know, especially GCs, that you're interested in bidding this as a sub, you just come over here and click and add yourself as interested. So obviously this is just a made up account. And now anybody will see your company name and be able to reach out to you for your services. It's a really good way to get your name involved on a specific project. So let's remove this so that people aren't confused. Okay, so let's go back to the desktop. So those are the 3 reports that have all the public bids. Now I'm going to take a look at this one, private projects. So because you are, most of you on here are going to be excavation and site work contractors, and you'd like to get involved early on, then here are our private projects. Now, pre-planning and planning are our very early project information. This is where you can get involved directly with owners or developers on a project. So rather than wait for the GC, if you want to get involved early, this is where you'll do it. So again, we're chasing commercial buildings, private new construction. Let's take a look at this one in New Jersey. So Prologis Industrial Building. This is in Franklin down in Somerset. And if we go right to the description, it's telling you what they're building. So for you as a site work contractor, you want to know what's being built. That's going to give you a good idea of whether or not this is a good fit for you. So this is a 436,000 square foot industrial building on 47 acres. So that's a huge building. And you'll know whether or not you want to get involved with this based on that. So if you do, here's your location, here's your owner, Prologis, you can reach out to them directly. And then the planning notes, this is important. It's going to tell you on every single private project, this is the exact format, exactly what's happening with this. So this is telling us that as of August 4th, because we went back and did, this report is going back a month. Site has been purchased by Prologis Inc. So now this is still very, very early, but you can track this project. And then every time there's an update, every time one of our planning reporters reaches out to find out what's happening with this, we're going to let you know. So you can decide when do you want to get involved. You might want to work with a GC. So if that's the case, you just track this job, and when the GC's been awarded, we will automatically let you know. Planning, these projects are similar, but a little bit further along. Typically, there is a design firm. So in this case, yes, here we go. Semino Architect, maybe you want to reach out to the architect. We're letting you know that permits for a new mixed-use building were filed and assigned to a plan examiner last week. Demo permits have yet to be filed. And basically, telling you what's happening here. Demo of a residential building and putting up a 4-story, 39-foot tall, 14,000 square foot mixed-use building. So same thing, track it, add yourself as interested if that's the case. If you would rather work directly with a general contractor instead of, getting involved early on, then that's what these projects are here. So in progress probably means, it can mean that it's too late for you, because it either means site work has started, demo has started, or regular construction. So when you're looking at negotiated, you want to stick to the projects that don't say in progress. So let's take a look at this one in Westchester. So the Summit Club at Armonk at Brynwood Golf Site. So here's your target date. So they're saying that they're ready to break ground on this 3rd quarter of 2023. The cost estimate It's a pretty big $100 million project. Here's your attorneys, here's your developer, and here's your GC. So this is GC awarded. So Lastberg Construction out of Armonk. That's who you'd be reaching out to. And by the way, when you're reaching out to a contractor or an owner or a developer, you can do the same thing that we've been doing with contractors. You can click on their name and you can look and see what else they have that you can also maybe get involved with. And all these people have added themselves as interested, other CIS clients that have looked at this and said, hey, we want to get involved. And then basically you want to read where you're at. What are these planning notes? What are they telling you is happening with this project? And then exactly what they are building here so that you know exactly where you can get involved. I mean, this is a 156-acre property. If you guys are from, the area from Westchester especially, I'm sure that you are familiar with this project. But now by reading these planning notes and the description, you know exactly what's going on with it. Okay, so those are all the SAVE reports. Just quickly want to touch on the daily email. So this is what you would receive every single night in email. You can easily access it from here like I just did, but it's a really good way that if you're in the field and you don't have time to go online, you're going to get this to your email every night. And it's basically broken down into all these tabs, but now all in one spot. So we had a public report separate, we had a private report separate. So you can see what's in pre-planning for the day, what's in planning. We've got these 9 projects out to bid. There are 88 projects this morning that are new and updated. The bid results, these are projects that bid yesterday and prior, and then negotiated GC already awarded private projects. You can also have any of these custom reports emailed directly to you. This is our search bar. So this is where you can search for projects. You can search for GCs and subs, suppliers, equipment companies, professional services, owners, and even sub requests. So GCs are constantly posting projects because they need subs to reach out to them. So for example, excuse me, I'll use North Jersey as an example. If I'm looking for a site contractor, excavation contractor, this is where actively bidding GCs are looking for your type of work. So if I click on excavation contractors, it'll take me to that category. You can actually be the first person listed if you wanted to. You can advertise on our website. So instead of a contractor looking through all of these contractors, they typically like to pick the first one that's listed. I'm going to use paving as an example. We have companies that are, advertising in here, and this is what yours would look like, but under your specific category. Just a good way to get your name out to contractors, to brand your company, to have companies, to be top of mind to these contractors that are always looking for subs. These companies are advertising as well. The tracking, this is where we're keeping all of the projects that we're tracking. When there's an update, there will be a flag next to the project that was updated. Click on it and find out what that was. You can also make notes. So as you're going through these projects and reaching out to companies or picking up plans, you can keep track of that all right in here. Same thing with contractors. So we've got all of these companies that I've had tracked, and it's telling you what they've done. Placed a bid, ELQ, picked up plans, placed a low bid and another bid, and then everybody else in here as well. So you can keep track of competitors, you can keep track of GCs that you want to work with. Real-time project info, we actually do that. As our operations department, as our data entry people are finding out about projects, they're entering them here. So you might see brand new projects out to bid, you might see updates and bid results as well. So it's just a good little quick cheat sheet. You'll get your info tonight as well, but it's just another good way to take a look. Sub requests. So this is what I was saying to you earlier. This is where GCs are posting projects because they need subs. You can click on any of these and take a look and see if it has your type of work in it. So that's pretty much it for the projects. As I said, it's really an overview. I would love to do a demo one-on-one for anybody that's interested. Please, you can reach out to me for that. We have really great customer service. Our phone number's on every single page. We have video tutorials so that, if you're not sure of something, you can always take a look at a video to help you out. Everybody would have, you each have your own customer service rep. So you can, reach out to them to be able to help you with really anything that you have. Here's my phone number in my background as well as my email. So please feel free to do that. if you're interested in a one-on-one demo. So thank you so much for your time today, everybody. I really appreciate it. Hope you have a great day. Thank you.